early movers in this space will be the richest movers in the future. I see a lot of people just really not caring. They think that only one domino has to fall, and you are clearly mistaken, because you don't understand that as the smaller countries get into it, they're going to be accumulating large amounts of Bitcoin, which means that by the time that we get an official statement from the United States that they're into Bitcoin, there won't be even enough for them. So the world is changing, but no one's paying attention. Have you really noticed or not noticed how different everything is from 2 years ago? And I mean, like, I'm sure 19 was a very big part of it, but don't you realize or feel in the air how everything is dramatically different? Property companies who are buying up hundreds of thousands of properties all around the world, like, and I mean, like, we what we're seeing is, it's not even a wealth transfer. It is in the future, you will not be able to own a house or land transfer. They are buying up everything rapidly right now. They are competing with about 15 other companies who are doing the exact same thing, who are basically trying to buy up the world. And at the same exact time, you have this devaluation of the largest currencies on the planet, the movement up in Bitcoin, the accumulation by the richest people on the planet for Bitcoin and crypto assets. Nothing is really affordable anymore. Food is getting more expensive. Like, it's moving at such a rapid pace. And then you look online and people are just dancing on Instagram and posting photos of their dogs. We're going to live in a very weird world in about 5 years. I think the only people who are really going to be well off, now this is my opinion, are people who have crypto assets. Countries around the world are rapidly adopting cryptocurrency, like actual decentralized cryptocurrencies, and no one's really taking notice. No one is actually caring. Nearly all countries right now that are currently under US sanctions, we've had news that they're very deep into Bitcoin. They're mining Bitcoin. It's actually helping their economies, but you'll never see this on actual, like, news that you would see on TV. I think that the movement of money is going to change hands from the rich to the richest. People who manage to get any type of fragment of a Bitcoin or any other crypto asset, these are the people who are going to be... How many of you have friends who are not investing, have never invested, have no interest in investing, have no pension fund, have no 401k, have no retirement savings, anything? A lot of people think that the same system that we have right now is just going to continue forever. There are people right now who will never be able to retire because the government doesn't have any more money for them. And this is going to happen in Europe, in the UK, in America, in Canada, and everywhere else at the exact same time. So this is why I think we see this huge, rich global push towards them accumulating so much cryptocurrencies. Why do you think we keep getting all this news that as prices are dropping, whales are buying up 40,000 Bitcoin in one day? It's not a coincidence. I don't want you to all think that that governments are integrating Bitcoin into their systems because they're expecting Bitcoin to go to 100K and then they go, oh, well, we can unintegrate it now. That was a really good bull run. No, they're expecting these pension funds and hedge funds and government and family funds and banks integrating Bitcoin. They're planning on Bitcoin being around for at least another 100 years. So that eventually when Bitcoin does potentially hit $50 million, they hold all of it. But then if all the world's wealth has moved into Bitcoin, those who don't have Bitcoin or crypto assets, where does that leave them? That leaves them with nothing. Bitcoin is incredibly finite. There's not a lot of it actually out there, and they're buying all of it. So every time people sell their Bitcoin, it is being bought up by rich people, and the people who sold will never ever be able to have that much Bitcoin again. This is all happening this year. Think of how much accumulation has taken place. It is still June. It is not August. It is not October. It is not December. Think of how much accumulation is happening already this year, how much is going to continue happening as it is expected that prices will move up as the year goes on, how many more ETFs and ETNs and ETPs are going to be starting, activating, getting into the cryptocurrency space. We still don't have any US ones, which I don't think we're ever going to actually have them. All this accumulation is happening, and people aren't paying attention to the bigger picture. These companies are going to be holding on to this Bitcoin for, I dare use the word generations.